I've been stagnant on my self improvement journey for months now. Months where I wasn't really growing. Like I was still trying to improve, meditating, going to the gym, doing everything. But for some reason, I wasn't really growing. I didn't know what that reason was. I just thought, yeah, I have to wait longer. I have to wait longer. Be patient. Be patient. So I kept doing the good habits and waiting longer. Like when I said I wasn't progressing, is I wasn't progressing as a human being. I wasn't growing in productivity. I wasn't becoming more disciplined. I wasn't improving my willpower. I wasn't becoming more social. No. But then recently, I've kind of broken the plateau and now progressing again after months and months and months. And the simple reason why is simply because I started getting outside of my comfort zone and also changing my identity. But I'm gonna make a video on that tomorrow. That I'm gonna upload tomorrow. But let's talk about comfort zone today because these last few days I've been getting outside of my comfort zone, but just slightly outside of my comfort zone, and it's greatly improved the rate of progress I've been making recently. I've been improving a lot faster now. I've kind of broken kind of through some plateaus thanks to that. Because I was on self-improvement, but still I wasn't trying to get outside my comfort zone. I wasn't trying to really get super uncomfortable. Of course, I was still taking my cold showers in the morning and then recording these videos and meditating and going to the gym and doing all those things. But outside of that, for the rest of the day, I was never willing to actually push myself. To actually push myself past those negative thoughts, to push myself regardless of all those random cravings I got to indulge in watching some random things on YouTube, on my phone, or do some bad habits in general. I didn't have that courage to fight those emotions. So I want to ask you a simple question. How much have you been growing as a human being recently? How much have you been growing? Because it will give you just ask yourself this question. Like when I say how much have you been growing, I don't mean towards your goals. I mean literally as a human being. How much have you been? How much more productive have you been becoming? How much more disciplined? How much more willpower have you been getting? How much more courage have you been getting? Like have you been really improving those different skills and traits in yourself? Have you been like really feeling like, yeah, I'm growing as a person? If the answer is no, it might be because you're still in your comfort zone. Like you're on self improvement, you're trying to grow, but you're not outside of your comfort zone. And you might think, yeah, but I'm working hard. Working hard doesn't necessarily mean you're outside of your comfort zone. Because the more, like maybe in a few months ago, you used to be outside of your comfort zone. But with time, when you're outside of your comfort zone expands. And it's possible that you're still doing as like a super hard work that you used to find really hard in the past, but now because your comfort zone has expanded, you're currently inside of your comfort zone, even though you're working hard. And that was the case for me. I was working hard. I was waking up early, doing all those things, but I was still inside of my comfort zone. I still wasn't pushing past my edge. I still was being lazy, regardless of all the hard work I was doing. I was still not really getting past that edge. I was still not living outside of my comfort zone. I was still being too comfortable. So how much have you been growing recently? If the answer is no, you're probably inside of your comfort zone. And another question is how much discipline and willpower has been required for you to get through your day-to-day life? Like, has it been really easy to just get through the days? Have you not really needed discipline or willpower just to see that the different tasks that you have to do? Or have you been like using your discipline pretty well recently? A lot. Like using your discipline to do different things and willpower to do different things? If the answer is no, again, you're probably not outside of your comfort zone. If the answer is yes, if like I've been using a lot of discipline and willpower recently, then you might be outside of your comfort zone. But you have to understand that to grow here, you have to keep progressively making the hard work and all those things harder, like in the gym. If you keep training with the same weights, doing the exact same reps, you're not gonna grow in the gym. Same thing with just your mentality. You're just growing as a human being, growing mentally. You have to progressively overload it. So in the beginning of some pyramid journey, you might have needed a lot of discipline to get through the different tasks that you have to do the different activities in general. But then you got complacent. You kept doing the same amount of work that you used to do when your comfort zone was a lot smaller. And that's why you aren't growing. So a simple trick, it's not easy, but simple. Just have the courage to put yourself through more discomfort. Because it's really about courage. You might be kind of scared of those situations where you need to use your willpower to resist that bad habit. So every time you get a craving, you quickly pick up your phone or do one of those bad habits. Or you might be afraid of how uncomfortable it is to go and do the hard work or take a cold shower, regardless of how you feel. Even though your emotions tell you, no, don't do it. It's so uncomfortable. No, don't do it. You go and do it anyways. It requires courage. And you need to have that courage to say, okay, yeah, from now on, I won't run away from that discomfort. Even though it's scary, even though I'm afraid, I'm still gonna go and do it anyways. That requires a lot of courage. And fear is a normal thing for us human beings to have. But I think I've learned this from the world of Superior Man. You gotta get past that fear. Don't try to run away from your fear or hide it, but just embrace your fear and do what you need to do regardless. Live slightly past your edge, past that fear, past that discomfort if you want to grow as a man. Don't worry if it's comfort. Chase it.